It's a lot of things. You know what? Let's keep going and talk about. Before I do something, I'm gonna do the intro, okay? Oh, hi everybody! This is Marshall Studios Forever Production here. Marshall Studios Forever Production is taped in front of a live audience tonight. For tonight's video, I want to make sure the camera's okay. It's still in condition. It's still running, still going on. Well, everybody, I really need to tell the story, what was going on, and from last year, you know, a lot of things from 2 years ago before, and there's a lot of things what really did go on at times, and there's a lot of things what I've been going through, and before I do something, before I moved to Arcadia, before everything started, I need to tell you about this. In very late of 2023, my mom was going through Parkinson's issues in September, and my mom has been getting arthritis, and with the Parkinson's she was getting. And I remember that time when my mom actually had Parkinson's disease. And a lot of things, what really did happen was, you know, she had to end up retiring to go to work, and she can't go to work anymore. She can't work no more. She can't do this type of stuff anymore to do by her Parkinson's disease. And I really found out was my mom had been diagnosed with this problem since 2019, and she's been hiding it throughout the years. And there's a lot of things I need to talk about. There's a lot of things what I've been going through in very late of 2023, and in the year by 2024, of early of 2024. I was been taking care of my mom back in November. Well, back in December I had. In December of 2023 was the worst day. Because, you know, December 25th, I didn't get a chance to sleep in on Christmas morning. I got overworked for taking care of my mom. And my mom was in a lot of pain, and she was crying. She was going through an illness with her Parkinson's, and she really got sick with the problem. And I really found out was I have to end up taking care of my mom, and I had to get up during the middle of the night. I was so angry, so fed up, and I was being overworked. It was a really difficult time for me, and I was in a very bad place. I was being overworked, being used, and a lot of things I have to end up doing is, number one, I have to end up taking her to the bathroom for a bathroom break during the middle of the night and 5 a.m. in the morning. I was I was really angry. I was really upset. And a lot of things what really did happen, and Christmas got ruined that day because I was being overworked. And my mom made me overworked a lot. She was rude and hateful during her illness. And I really found out back in 2024 in January. January was a very difficult year. February was a very difficult year. Difficult. January, February, and March of 2024 was really difficult for me. And I can't no longer taking care of my mom anymore. And I'm totally fed up to take care of her. And we decide, my uncle decided to put my mom in a nursing home, in a facility home, in a senior group home at Legacy, where this is where people it's for people who are senior. It's for people with Alzheimer's, people with Parkinson's, and people have dystonia. And she is living in a group home, in a retirement group home. And my mom is really she is really, really sick with it. She's been sick with it for a very long time, since 2023, and I felt, and she was diagnosed with the lock system with her Parkinson's, and her hand was been shaking like this and all the time, and her hand was numb like this, and she couldn't even open her hand at the time. And I really found out was a lot of things what really did happen. A lot of things really did caused a lot. And my mom is still alive. She's still here, and I need to go see her tomorrow, and I really need to tell you about before I have to say this. And we need to talk about summer of 2024. Before that, I need to talk about me and my older sister Gigi having my older sister as a roommate next door to the bedroom. And we did not share a bedroom. No, no. We had our own bedrooms. She has her own. I have my own. And we lived inside of my mom's old house, and a lot of things, what really did happen, and there's a lot of things I felt like I couldn't escape from a lot to help my mom out, and trying to get away with it. I wanted to be free, and I wanted to take a nap. I wanted to rest, and also my mom kept calling me all the time. It really hurts, because then she wanted me to have her help, and no. And a lot of things, what really did happen was causing my mom to have dementia. I have to get this straight for you guys. She really had severe with that disease, and my uncle has knew about it. My uncle Brent has knew about it. And he told me is well, your mom has dementia, and I remember when her phone was not working at times, and she, before that, before everything, okay? There's a lot of things. We'll talk about that stuff later, okay? A lot of things that I need to tell you about, okay? I really found out was, me and my older sister had, she used me for money, and I was really fed up. I don't really get along with my older sister when when we live together. That really pisses me off. And I really knew, because I really found out, well, for me, living inside of my mom's old house, was kind of a very difficult time, and a lot of things I'm really, really fed up with. My older sister kept bringing people over to the house, and she was bringing people who were real messed up in the head, and I found out was I was supposed to go to Pride with my sister. I didn't want to do that. And I really found out was I changed. Well, she asked me if I want to go to Pride with her, or go to the pool, go to the gay district, or go to the pool district, and just hang out with my sister and stuff. And I really found out I didn't want to do that. I decided did not want to do that, because and I don't believe in that type of stuff. I don't believe in that toxic things. I really don't want to do. And I really found out my older sister had some people over, and I found out Taylor came in. Yeah, that woman with the with the blonde hair, the skinny drug. She was a drug addict. Taylor was a drug addict, and I knew it. I knew it, and I had to report everything to my uncle. What was really freaking going on. And I have to report everything to my mom or my uncle Brent at times. And also my sister kept bringing people she was bringing prostitutes in, or any drug dealers, and she was bringing a lot of men into the house and other prostitute women in the house. My older sister was really out of control. She was real messed up during those times last year, and I couldn't have any peace and quieter, and I couldn't function very much with everything was good, and it feels like more manipulation, more stuff. I really felt. I found out a lot of things, what really did happen, and it's a really, really sad thing for my older sister, Gigi. Well, she was 29 back in summer of 2024. Now, she's 30 years old now, and she's sober now. A lot of things I have to tell you about this. My older sister actually brought, she had another former friend who was black who was treating her dirty. That would be Leah. Leah was, she was a very, very, very bad person. I don't really freaking trust, because she has done a lot of dope and drugs, and she has done a lot of pornographics and other things what she was doing, and I just don't really want to see. And I found out there were some times when this happened, and I felt very uncomfortable for this, and I felt really, really upset about this. And there was a lot going on, at the time, and I knew it. I just really knew. It really got me pissed. And she was using one of her peoples as her slaves, and she was doing a bunch of bad things, and I really found out was my older sister actually brought another prostitute guy named JJ. I found out JJ was a hooker. He was a prostitute. He was a crook. He was a homeless person. Oh my freaking gosh, man. I have to tell you about that deadbeat bastard I need to tell you about. He really pisses me off, man. He said a lot of weird stuff. I don't understand what he was talking about, and he sounded really, really horrible. And you gotta believe me. And J.J. Howard Hobbs is a mafia guy I really need to tell you about. And a lot of things I need to tell you about is true. And number one, he's been arrested a lot before. Number two, he did a lot of bad things, and also he was a mafia. He was a very, very bad person who wants to hurt people. And he was about to threaten me to put me in the hospital that year. Like, what he said to me, if you ever snitch or tell any of your family members I was living with you and your older sister, if you ever tell or snitched on your family's members, and I'm gonna beat you up, and I'm gonna beat you up and throw you across the room, and like, what, whoa, all that stuff was a threat. What he said is true, yeah. All of it was. And when I say, oh, whoa, what? Is that true? Is that really true or what? No. And I can't understand he was freaking talking about. And also, he brought his dog. Was a black American lab pit bull. It was a friendly dog, but he actually barks a lot. But that dog really, really got abused, and I really found out he actually abused his dog, and it really hurts to see me go through, and it really, really hurts me deep down inside. And also, he actually was cooking prison food. He was cooking meth in my mom's old kitchen, and also it was prison pie. I do not want to eat. And I really found out was, my older sister was being used, and she said a bunch of hurtful things to me. It was a bad choice. And I felt really, really hurt, angry, upset with my older sister, and she tried to be my caretaker. It failed. And a lot of things really failed me and hurt me a whole lot. It was a really hard life, what I have to go through, and I was going through management problems, going through house management issues, and I was going through of the man of the house issues I've been going through, the man of the house, those part of issues I've been going through. I was going through management problems. And also, my older sister actually did took off with JJ before. It really affected me. A lot of things did. And it really hurts me behind my back, and it really got me sored, it got me affected, and a lot of things. It really got me hurt and angry and messed up, what I've been going through, and I really needed to go move with my uncle, because I found out Adult Protective Services came in. I found out when my Uncle Brent came to go get my mom's belongings out of the back of the room, and I found out was Adult Protective Services came. And also, the next door neighbors actually called Adult Protective Services. It really left me with PTSD. It left me with a bunch of scarring. It really scarred me for the rest of my life. And a lot of things what really did happen, and a lot of things what I've been going through. And I found out Adult Protective Service wanted to have a talk with me, and my uncle really had to talk with them. And do you know where Marshall's gonna go live? And my uncle said, well, he's gonna come live with me. And living in the city, oh my gosh, man, it's really sad. It's very, very sad. And I'm hurt. Yeah, when this happened, and it really got me in through it. It's very sad what I've been going through. In the case of that, I had to go through, and I really have to end up moving with Uncle Brent. And I really had to do something what I needed to do. And on July 24th, 2024, I moved to Uncle Brent's house. On that day, because I've been living with my uncle for 2 years. This is my second year. Yes. And also, I've been doing YouTube for 8 years. And also, you gotta know about that, okay? I really have to tell you this, you guys. A lot of things, all the stuff I've been going through, for me taking care of my mom, for me going through those type of stuff in the past, it was hard. And also, I have to tell you this, you guys. My, well, my times in 2024 was disaster that summer. And also in the times, I really knew in the year by the times, when a lot of things really did go on at times. I've been going through a lot, and I have to end up getting a lot of my things out of my mom's old house, and my uncle has to end up cleaning the place up throughout the February and March and April and May. And a lot of things I have to tell you about, you guys. I really have to go through in those type of difficult problems, a lot of things. What really did happen, it really, really, really got me hurt. And I was been hurting a lot at times. And I was been really angry for a very long time. And I've been going through tough times at the age of 18 and 19 years old. I kind of struggled in 2017. I struggled at 19 years old. Well, it's just a lot, you know. I didn't really get, and I knew a lot of things what's going on. What I really found out was I've been going through a lot of crisis last year, and I've been going through a midlife crisis, been going through this type of crisis I went through because a lot of things really new. I have been going through a lot. I really missed a lot of things, and I've been going through a lot, and I have to deal with major hair loss before, and I'm not bald, okay? I've been going through a lot of major stress and going through a really hard times in my life. For me, having pimples on my face, having zits on my face was really sad. I've been living with it during my teenhood. It was ruined and I looked like a freaking piece of face at the time, and I really went through a lot, and I've been going through a lot of zits on my face. It hurts for me to go through, and I have to end up doing I have to cover up some stuff during my lifetime experiments, and I really found out in the 2020s, you know, a lot of things what I've been going through, losing friendships. Losing friends can be really hard for me because of it, and I have lost friends to talk to, and people were kind of through with me, and it really hurts me to go through. And I was really, really done with the drama and the behavior I've been going through, and now I wanted to tell you this, you guys. My mom got dementia back in May and June, and I really found out my mom had dementia. Because I remember that time when my mom was asking me for my dad's phone number, and I told my mom, you got my dad's number, okay? And also my mom said to me just give me your dad's number. And I actually got very frustrated, and I really found out what I was doing. I was really angry, feeling very irritable, and I found out I still need to go see my mom because I still need to do something to go see my mom because I needed to. I needed to go see my mother tomorrow. And guys, I kind of felt bad, and also, and I'll finish up the video. I'll do part 2 tomorrow, okay? See you in the next video. Bye.